Hey, what's up, guys? Rohit Raju here, and I want to give my thoughts on God of War Ragnarok for the PS5. I'm a huge fan of the series. Also a warning, there will be some spoilers here. Huge fan of the series, and I recently went through and beat God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2, or whatever you want to call it. Um, Excellent game. I absolutely love the last one. I love the story. Like I said, I've been playing the God of War series since the first one, so watching Kratos grow is huge for me. I thought his character growth was excellent because I remember in God of War 3, I was like, man, this guy, it's hard to root for him because he's such a jerk. The things he would do, he was just like by any means necessary, but he really meant by any means necessary. He was killing innocent people, and I liked, especially in Ragnarok, how he would reflect on that and how his mantra was to be better. And then, like I said, spoiler alert, the battle with Thor, he would tell Thor, we got to be better for our kids. He constantly told Atreus that. So, excellent, excellent stuff. And I actually had this filmed before, but I went back and refilmed this video right now because after I beat it, I started to do stuff after the game. The only things I didn't accomplish so far was I didn't find Gana, the Valkyrie Queen, the new Valkyrie Queen, and I didn't do all the Berserker missions. But as far as then the Muspelheim, I didn't do all of the trials for that. But all the favors, laborers, all that stuff, the ravens, I did end up beating all of those. But the thing that got me after the game is running into characters and kind of seeing how their story ends or continues. So, like when you're out in the, I can't remember the one level with like all the sand and stuff, but you see Thrud out there and she has Ragnarok. Oh, I'm sorry, she has Mjolnir. Man, I just thought that was awesome. And then when you go back to Freyr's camp, you see everybody there. You see Sif, she's there. Lady Sif is there. So stuff like that to me is just really cool. I'm a huge fan of small things after the game, and plus like the dialogue between Freya and Kratos or Mimir as they would speak about Atreus, and then Kratos, you got to visit where Angrboda lived, and you got to see Fenrir. I thought that was awesome. You even got to pet him. Just stuff like that. It's small things, but it concludes and furthers the story. Now, I heard that the creators are done. They don't want to do any more of the Norse mythology, but hopefully we get some DLC and it continues Atreus' storyline because his storyline actually is pretty cool. I don't know if I want to. I'd play a whole game by itself with just him, but some DLC with maybe slash him and Kratos, I think that would be really cool. But excellent game. I loved it. The soundtrack was amazing. Bear McCreary, he did an awesome job. I mean, that soundtrack, man, it hits you. It hits you in the feels too. Right when the game opens up, when the death of Fenrir, I thought was really excellent. But then when you get to when Atreus transports his soul into that big wolf, man, stuff like that. It just that little reunion they had. He's like this giant wolf, but he's so goofy and there was that part when him and Kratos were talking, and you can see Fenrir just creeping up in the background like a dog would, like a curious dog. He's not trying to be in trouble or anything like that. He's like, well, hey guys, don't forget I'm here too. And he creeps up in the background, but he's so huge like you can't miss it. Just little things like that. The story, like I said, the character growth with almost every character. Freya being this angry, bitter, vengeful mother who lost her son to finally coming around and seeing that, yeah, Kratos, he's been manipulated just like everybody else has by Odin. Odin being is such a different take for him. Zeus, or not Zeus, I'm sorry, Thor, how he turned out, just really great storyline, great, and then the voice acting was some of the, I when I was hearing some of the voice acting, I knew I recognized the voices, but then after the game, I started to do research on who was who. Man, I thought that was awesome. I was so happy to see them grab like some top tier actors for the voices for these characters, and it showed along with the writing, the voice acting, the story, the score, the gameplay was really smooth. It's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing complex. It's a pretty simple gameplay, But it's one of my favorite types of gameplays, like that action RPG style, and a semi-open world where you can walk away from it and pick it up at any time and kind of know what's going on and remember where you were at. So 10 out of 10 for me for God of War Ragnarok. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm a big fan of it. The next game I'm looking forward to is Jedi Survivor. Again, that action RPG style gameplay. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so this is right up my alley. It did get pushed back a few weeks, so hopefully it's going to be not super buggy when it comes out. More of a complete game. You know how games are nowadays. Sometimes they come out and they don't feel they feel rushed in a sense. So hopefully Jedi Survivor won't be like that. In the meantime, I'm going to jump back on Red Dead Redemption 2, a game I haven't played in a long time. Another one of my favorite games. I think that's my favorite genre is that open world. I don't know if you call it Red Dead action RPG, but it kind of feels like that. But it's like that open world action game. I love those styles of game. I get lost in those styles of games. So, yeah, God of War was semi like that, where you get to visit a bunch of worlds. And when you had to do that side mission, when the guy in Freyr's camp, you thought he was dead and the dog was still barking, you're like, oh man, he must be alive. And that opens up a whole new part, a whole new area, and that map, man, and that was just like optional. I thought that was amazing. Such great gameplay. And yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. What did you guys think? I loved it. God of War Ragnarok, excellent addition to the series. And let me know what you thought. And what are you going to play next? And what are you playing now? All right. Take care, guys.